Welcome to this episode of the GymInformer podcast. I'm Chris Gilbert, your host for this episode, and today our guest is Tasha Buchanan, the owner of Muscle City Barbell in Norcross, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. This is a badass little powerlifting gym. I'm excited to talk to Tasha about it. But before we get started, let's take a pause and I'll show you the photos I took when I was at the gym. So Tasha, normally I like to talk about equipment first, but I really wanted to start talking to you about the atmosphere of your gym because it's not a huge gym, but it's definitely got attitude. Like,
Absolutely.
how do you guys go about like in such a small space creating such like a badass atmosphere?
So, first of all, I am grateful to be on your show. It's really
Thank you
great.
for
I
coming.
enjoyed meeting you when you came. What sets us apart as far as our gym is concerned is that you have people that have passion, that that are serious about their health, and they want to have that energy to give it to everybody that walks in there. So we are just really a passionate gym, a passionate bunch of individuals that come together to come in there for one purpose, and that's to get our health in check.
Do you think there's things that you do as an owner to like kind of create that environment?
Yeah, I'm a people person. I love to I genuinely care about everybody that comes in that gym. It's not just a number for me.
Mm-hmm.
You matter to me. We set our gym to be as family oriented. We deal with enough stuff out here with work and life. So when you walk in our gym, you want it to be where it's, I'm glad to be here. And we've had all of our members, when they come in, if they had that stressful week, when they walk in there, they feel home. No matter how hot it is in there, they feel
Mm-hmm.
at home because that's what it's supposed to be. Leave all that at the door. That's what I tell everyone. Leave it at the door. Because when you get in here, it's all about you now.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Now on the equipment side,
Okay.
it was definitely like an old school style variety of equipment. Like
Hmm.
I don't think that there was there wasn't a new piece of equipment in the gym.
Hmm.
And I love that. Like every piece
Hmm.
in there was old school. Like, how
Yeah.
do you guys decide, like, go about deciding, like, this is a piece that's going to fit in our gym?
So we wanted to keep the style. We understand that the competition is high out here, especially when you got commercial gyms. So when you come as a private gym owner, you want to be able to go back to the roots. You don't have to have all of that. You don't have to have all the fancy stuff. You want to put in the work yourself. And so what we decided to is put in the equipment that targets everybody, every part of your body that you need. You don't need all of that. You need a barbell, you need a platform, you need dumbbells, and you need some machines. That's it. We call it less is more, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's how we did it. That's what we went
No,
off of.
yeah, no, it makes sense. But I mean, the pieces you do have were some pretty cool. Like you had some old school Arsenal stuff. You had some
Arsenal
really
strength.
cool old school pieces in there.
We love them
I,
and we keep them service. Why get something new? The old is just as fine. We
a lot
keep
of
it
times
that
better, honestly. I love
Yeah,
old school pieces,
I'm
especially
glad.
when they're
I'm
really
glad.
clean well. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's all well organized, and it's all organized by body part. So I love that part. And
Yep.
like the murals on the wall are insane.
So the guy that did that, his name is Totem. He is awesome. He can do anything overnight if you want. He's just that great. You should go to his website. You'll see all of the work that he's done. Shout out to Totem. But yeah, he does all of our work, and we couldn't be happier with the way it turned out. We already added new things to you. We've added new things since the last time you were there. We have now a jujitsu cage,
Oh,
because
nice.
yeah, so now we have jujitsu and we have self-defense classes and stuff like that. And especially for the summer, we have summertime, summer camp for the kids. So yeah, a lot of things have transitioned, but it's still the same.
Nice. So do you still have the
Yeah.
boxing ring?
Yep. Still have the
Oh, wow.
boxing ring, still doing boxing, still doing powerlifting, still doing bodybuilding. Everything is still the same. It's just one under one roof.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you
Yep.
got a lot to offer in not a huge space, so
Right.
that's
Right.
cool.
Yeah, that was the idea.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you was, what what do you feel like separates your gym from some of the other gyms in the area? Because Atlanta's got some pretty cool gyms.
Yeah, the gyms that I've visited, they are all phenomenal. What sets us apart is just that we don't try to be like anybody else. We're Muscle City. We stay in our lane. We focus on what we focus on, and that's really it. We don't try to down talk any other gym. We just come in, we open our doors, and we just do the work. That's really what separates us from anybody else, is that we stay with true to who we are and our
Mm-hmm.
goal and our mission. And as long as we stay that way, there's nothing that, there's nothing that we can't accomplish in that gym. So that's what separates us. We stay true to what our main mission has always been, is to focus on self.
Mm-hmm.
And when you walk in there, that's what it's about, just you. And that's it.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So if you were to label like this is our member, like who is your member? Like who's the member? This is the person that's going to come in to Muscle City and say, "This is my gym." Who is that person?
Man, I can name a lot of them. I can name so many of them. Our members are very passionate, okay, about the gym. They're passionate about me. And it's because of who I am. I don't like to get the spotlight, because that's just not what I'm about. I just believe in lifting everybody up, because we all go through life. We go through hard times as it is. I can't name just one member that says our member, because all the members that come in there, they're all mine. They know that. They all know that. When they walk in, they'll say, "Todd, I'm going to call them baby." I have their number. I have everybody's number in the gym, if that makes
Nice.
sense. And that's
Uh-huh.
almost 200 members, okay? Because one way or another, they're going to need me for something. They're going to talk to me about something. So I can't just name one person. It's so many of them that's my members, that are my babies, that come in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So you're doing a lot of things really well, obviously.
Thank
As you
you.
said, the gym's grown since I was there. You've added new
Hmm.
stuff. Um,
Hmm.
what is it you think at this point that you could be doing better?
You know, the recipe for what I have has worked. It really depends on, when I say that, let me go back a little bit. As a private gym owners, as all private gym owners know, every member counts. We're not a corporation, so they don't care whether you come or not. We build it on family. We build on trying to, and it's really on the individual. People that come into our gym, I'll say that they're on their last leg. And when I say that's because the doctor told them to come. My doctor said, I got to drop this weight. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, how we could be doing better, it really depends on the person themselves. There's nothing more that we can do. It just depends on the person. If they're tired of where they are, as far as weight, as far as being on medication, it's up to them to take that next step. And that's the conversation that I have with anyone that walks in there when they talk to me. Like, listen, I have a journey too. I started this journey well over a decade ago. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was going into my 40s and I had a stroke. That's
Oh,
what
wow.
made me start. Yeah. And it was a mini stroke, but it made me reevaluate my life and say, okay, hold on. I'm trying to pour into all these people and I'm not taking care of myself. So what I need to do is pause, put me first, and then I can take care of everybody else. That's the theme from Muscle City. Take care of yourself first so that you can pour into everybody else. So I don't just do it just to do this. This is a passion for me. And I really want to see people live a healthy life. I'm in my 50s now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the healthiest I've ever been in my entire life since I started my journey. So it is my hope that people out here that are listening to this and listening to your podcast can see that even individuals like me, there are other people like me out here that have had health issues and have overcome it because they put themselves first. So the only thing that's the message that I can give to anyone is that what sets me and other gyms apart is that I stay true to what I believe in. which is health and mind and body. And for the individual that walks in there, how we keep them, they commit to themselves. And once they finally commit to themselves, then they don't go anywhere. We have longevity in that gym. Those members that are there have been there. They have not left. Yeah.
That's so interesting that that's how you describe the gym. Because I think because it's such a badass powerlifting gym, I think that somebody who just came in off the street would probably assume that the people who go there are mostly like competitive powerlifters. I know you have quite a few of those. I've spoken
I
to a
do.
couple of them.
Uh-huh.
But it sounds like your membership's really kind of all over the board.
It is. It really is. There's so many walks of life. We have case in point, Bill. He is in his 70s. This man has had knee surgery and he has bounced back like it's nothing. And he's still doing jujitsu. He
Oh,
comes in
awesome.
there, he kicks the bag, he boxes, he lifts weights, he does push-ups. He's in his 70s. He's doing pull-ups. That's motivation. You see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like you have these people. There are individuals that believe in having good health. He's in his 70s and walking around like it's nothing, and
that's
looks good too. He looks
that's
great.
awesome.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
He is
that's great.
he's my inspiration. Now he is my inspiration for sure.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and
Yeah.
health challenges like you mentioned with yours, like that's why I started this because I was, 5 years ago I was 300 pounds.
See, you only look at. I wouldn't believe it unless I saw a photo.
Oh, if I'll show you a photo later. It's
Okay.
scary. My son at first it was like he's like, oh yeah, that was Big Dad.
Wow.
Yeah.
God. Did you
So
have an issue? Like, did you get sick or you just got tired of being heavyweight?
I kept going. I'm a Navy veteran, so it's not like I
Okay.
didn't try to lose weight. But honestly, I
Okay.
kept going to corporate big box gyms and I kept quitting because
Mhm.
it was terrible to work out there. It was an awful experience. I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I quit.
Right.
I finally went to a
Mhm.
small locally owned gym.
Mhm.
They adopted me as part of their family.
Mhm.
If I didn't show up for a couple of days, they're like, dude, where you been? You know,
That's
and
me. That's how
and
I do it.
as I started getting in shape, they're like, hey, keep it up, man. We're watching you. And I got
See?
motivated. I lost
Yep.
70 pounds in 1 year.
Look at that. Good
Yeah.
job.
And then
Good
because
job.
I was paying attention to my body, you know how it, like you can't lose 70 pounds without measuring everything that goes in and everything that,
Oh, I know. I know.
everything
Trust
that
me, I
measures.
know. Mhm.
So I knew something was wrong because I was paying attention to everything going on in my body.
Mhm.
So then I started going to the doctor. I'm like, something's wrong. We couldn't figure it
Yeah.
out. Finally, we
Yeah.
figured out I had prostate cancer.
Mm.
No, my
Mhm.
only symptom was fatigue.
You were just tired. That's it.
Yeah, I was just tired. That was it. Didn't show up my
But
blood
you
work.
knew it was weird. You knew
I knew
that
something was wrong.
this was unusual tired. This is not the normal tired.
That you don't go to the gym 6 days a week and measure everything that you eat and eat clean and be tired.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So now this summer I'm 4 years cancer free, and I kind of
I'm
feel
so
like
happy for you.
that a locally owned gym was somewhat responsible.
Look at that.
Like if I hadn't lost all that weight, I would have thought I was tired because I was fat.
Man. And you know
So
what? If you didn't lose that weight, you probably wouldn't even be here.
yeah,
You know what?
yeah. Because
That's also a reality, isn't it?
mhm. Yeah,
That's
when they did the surgery, it was the cancer had already taken up 15% of my prostate.
wow.
Yeah, crazy, right? And it wasn't even showing
Yes,
my blood.
that's crazy. But it's the
Yeah.
fact that you listened to your body, you knew something
Mhm.
was wrong. That's why I say people, we're our own advocate
Oh,
for
have
our
to be.
health. You have to be, because people will dismiss you and say, oh, it's nothing. But if you know there's something wrong, be an advocate, yell, go to a second opinion, go to a third, but go somewhere where somebody's going to hear you. Because this is one life. You ain't got but one life. One. This
Exactly.
is not a rehearsal, honey. This is real life. Okay. You
Definitely.
don't get a do over. You don't get a do over.
So now you've been a part of gyms for a long time. You've owned this gym for a few years now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is there some piece of advice or some advice that you would give to someone who's thinking about starting a gym or owning a gym?
Yes. Where do I start? They need to get some paper, honey. Um, be prepared for the unexpected. I can say that, okay? Going into any business that you decide, gym, whatever, be passionate, okay? And just be prepared for the unexpected. I can't say that enough because you're going to have some unexpectedcies that come in that you weren't expecting. And you got to make sure that you're financially together and that you're mentally together, because it is going to take, you're going to see a lot of things that happens going into being a business owner behind the scenes that you didn't even think was really going on. So all I can say is just be prepared. Do your research, and stay committed to your dream. If this is what you want, then stay focused and you can do it. Don't get deterred, because you're going to have bad days. As owners, you're going to have a bad day. It's okay. You may have a bad month. It's okay. But stay committed to what you got to do and what you want to do, and you will get there. I did it, so I know that they can do it too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was good advice. Last question. So you already mentioned that you guys have been adding more stuff and you've changed some things since I was last there. Hopefully I'll get back down there pretty soon. I'd love to see all the changes. But what's next for Muscle City? Like,
what is next? You know what? We would love to expand. That is our next goal, is to get another location. We have been scouting locations in Atlanta and out of state. We want to be able to be a franchise. That is the next step. And that's what we've been focusing on. So yeah, we're working on another location. That's the next step in the future.
cool. So there'll be a second Muscle City. That's awesome.
It will be a second Muscle City.
So
Absolutely.
you'll keep the place, the OG in Norcross, and then just add
Yep.
another.
OG ain't going, she ain't going nowhere. She's going to be there forever. And what we're doing, we just want to be able to, we want to be able to put ourselves where there's very little help for people that want to work out but don't know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I'm not no shade. I've gone to the bigger corporation gyms, and I remember being a member there, and I was lost. I walked in, I didn't know how to work out, and no one would really help me. So for me, having a small gym and actually mattering to someone, because that's what I want my members to feel, like they matter. You are, and yes, my members will tell you, I will call them, I will text them, where you been? Because you're not here. I do that. And they know that they're going to get a phone call or a text within 2 days or 3. I'll give you 3-day grace period, but after that, I'm calling. Where you at? What's going on with you? So like I said, my thing is for the future is to actually have, another location so that we can spread, Muscle City. And the belief that we have is that everybody deserves to live a healthy life. That's what our goal is. Yeah.
Now, and the new location, do you want it to be the same sort of location that you have now, that like small badass powerlifting sort of gym, or do you want it to be?
Yeah. It's not going to be big. It's going to still be small, like it needs to be. Remember what in the beginning of this I said, less is more. That's what we mean. Less is more. And that's what we're going with. We're not deterring from what we've been saying this whole time. Less is more.
But just in a different spot so people can get to it easier.
That's right.
That's awesome. I appreciate you coming on. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell people out there about your gym that we haven't already talked about?
No, I think we've pretty much hit everything. I'm just grateful to be on here. But, life has been busy, but we finally got a chance to get on here and do our thing together. So I'm really happy to have been on here. Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Keep us updated on what's going on with the potential new location. And next time I'm in Atlanta, I'm definitely dropping by.
I'm sure we will. I'll see you soon. Thank you.
All right, definitely. Thank you.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more great content.